Oliver and Amanda's Christmas by Jean van Leeuwen. Secrets. Christmas was coming in 8 days. Mother was baking, Father was shopping. Oliver and Amanda were writing letters to Santa. Dear Santa, said Amanda's letter, I would like a bike and a baby doll and a paint set and anything else you have. Have a good trip. Love, Amanda. Oliver was on the 3rd page of his letter. Oliver wanted a lot of things. Father came in the door, his arms full of packages. What's in that great big box? Asked Amanda. Never mind, said Father. Psst, psst, he whispered in Mother's ear. What did you say? Asked Amanda. Can't tell, said Father. It's a secret. Everyone was having secrets. Mother's door was closed. There were strange sounds behind it, and no one was allowed to look in the hall closet. Even Oliver had a secret. After lunch, he went to his room. Amanda heard banging inside. What was Oliver doing? She peeked under the door, but she couldn't see anything. The banging stopped. Oliver opened the door and stepped on Amanda. What are you doing here? He asked. What are you doing in your room? Asked Amanda. Can't you see? It's a secret, said Oliver. Go away, Amanda. Amanda stamped down the hall to her room and closed the door. She could have secrets too. She found a crayon and made a sign. Keep out. Go away. Secrets inside. She put the sign on her door. Then she sat on her bed and thought, what could her secrets be? Amanda thought a long time. She saw a painting on her wall. Mother likes my pictures, she said. For Christmas I could make her a picture of me. She went to her closet where she kept a box of junk. I could make Father something to keep his pencils in. She dumped everything out of the box. And I could make Oliver a parking garage for his cars. Amanda went to work with her scissors, glue, and paints. There was a knock on her door. Don't come in, said Amanda. Why not? Asked Mother. I am busy, said Amanda. What are you so busy doing for hours and hours? Asked Mother. Can't tell, said Amanda. It's a secret. The best Christmas tree. Today, said Father, we are going to get our Christmas tree. Hooray! Shouted Oliver and Amanda. They put on their coats. Mother put on her fuzzy hat. And they all went for a walk in the woods to find their Christmas tree. I see it, said Amanda. I see our Christmas tree. That one is too short, said Oliver. I like tall Christmas trees. They walked some more. Here's our Christmas tree, said Oliver. It's even taller than Father. That one is too skinny, said Amanda. I like fat trees. They kept walking. I think this is our Christmas tree, said Oliver. It is very tall and very fat. I like it, said Amanda. Mother walked around the tree. It is tall, she said, and it is fat, but it is crooked. I like a nice straight tree. They walked and walked. They saw tall trees and fat trees and straight trees, but something was wrong with each one. My legs are tired of walking, said Amanda. My nose is cold, said Oliver. Let's stop for a rest, said Father. They sat down on a fallen log. Mother poured hot chocolate for everyone. Father, said Amanda, what is that round thing in that tree over there? Father looked. Why, it's a bird's nest, he said. It is empty. It must be left over from spring. A tree with a nest is nice, said Amanda. Maybe that is our Christmas tree. Everyone looked at the tree. It was not very tall. It was not very fat, and it was a tiny bit crooked. I like it, said Oliver. A tree with a nest makes me smile inside. Me too, said Mother. At last, said Father, we have found our Christmas tree. Father chopped down the tree. He and Oliver carried it home. Amanda walked in Father's footsteps very carefully, carrying the nest. Fat cookies. Outside it was snowing. Inside, Mother and Oliver and Amanda were making cookies. Mother rolled out the dough. Oliver and Amanda used cookie cutters to make shapes, stars and bells and wreaths and Christmas trees. They put sprinkles on top and popped them in the oven to bake. They made 3 plates of cookies. I am tired of trees, said Oliver. The points of my stars keep falling off, said Amanda. I have an idea, said Mother. Why don't you make your own cookie shapes? Oh boy, said Oliver. I am going to make a snowman. I will make a reindeer, said Amanda. Mother put away the cookie cutters. Oliver took a ball of dough. He smashed it flat. That is my snowman's head, he said, and that is his body. What a big snowman, said Mother. I like my cookies big, said Oliver. He started making a Santa. Amanda was working on her reindeer. Your reindeer looks like an elephant, said Oliver. Amanda started over again. Why does your reindeer have a tree on its head? Asked Oliver. That's its antlers, said Amanda. Why does your Santa have a tail? That's his bag of toys, said Oliver. After she finished her reindeer, Amanda made a Christmas rabbit. Oliver made a snowman family. These are beautiful cookies, said Mother. She popped them in the oven to bake. While they waited for their cookies, Oliver and Amanda watched the snow coming down. Mother opened the oven door. What happened? Asked Amanda. My reindeer is all fat. All our cookies are fat, said Oliver. They are ruined. Mother looked at the cookies. I still think they are beautiful, she said. You made them yourselves. Anyway, Santa should be fat, and so should a snowman. A reindeer could be fat, said Amanda, if he ate too much. Outside, the snow kept coming down. Inside, Mother and Oliver and Amanda sat at the kitchen table, eating warm cookies and milk. Will you have a fat cookie? Asked Mother. They are too beautiful to eat, said Oliver. Let's save them to show Father. So Mother had a bell, and Oliver had a Christmas tree, and Amanda had a star with the points broken off. This is the part I like the most, said Oliver, about making Christmas cookies. Stockings. It was the day before Christmas. The Christmas tree was up. The stockings were hung by the chimney, ready for Santa. The packages were almost all wrapped. Oliver had finally finished his letter to Santa. It was 4 pages long. How many things did you ask for? Asked Amanda. 22, said Oliver, and they are all toys. Santa is not going to bring you 22 toys, said Amanda. He might, said Oliver. Amanda went to her room to wrap more packages. Oliver looked at his stocking. This stocking is not big enough for a fire truck and a football and a storybook and 6 new games, he said. I think I need a new one. Oliver went to the coat closet. He saw the warm socks that Father wore for shoveling snow. That is better, he said. He hung up one of Father's socks. But it might not be big enough for a dump truck and a doctor kit and a giant talking teddy bear. Oliver went back to the closet. He couldn't find any more stockings, but he saw his long stocking cap. A stocking cap is even better than a stocking, he said. He hung up the stocking cap. But it might not be big enough for a bulldozer and a baseball bat and a super-duper double-decker parking garage. Oliver went to his room. He saw the pillowcase on his bed. That is much better, he said. He hung up the pillowcase. Still, it might not be big enough for a steam shovel and a spacesuit and a mighty midget jet-powered motorcycle. Oliver went all around the house. He saw the dining room tablecloth. This might be big enough, he said. He tied it up and hung it up by the chimney. What is that? Asked Amanda. My new stocking, said Oliver. You can't do that, said Amanda. That is our Christmas tablecloth. Why is it so big? Asked Father. So Santa can bring me 22 toys, said Oliver. My, oh my, said Father. Do you really need 22 toys? I don't need them, said Oliver. I just want them. There was a knock on the door. Merry Christmas! It was Grandmother, her arms full of packages. All of these are for tomorrow, she said, except this one. Christmas stockings, said Oliver. I knitted them myself, said Grandmother. What nice stockings, said Amanda. Nice and big, said Oliver. And the two of them hung up their new stockings by the chimney, ready for Santa. Christmas morning. Wake up, said Oliver and Amanda. It's Christmas. Oliver pulled the covers off of Mother and Father. Amanda got their bathrobes, and they all went downstairs to see if Santa had come. He came, said Oliver. I knew it, said Amanda. I heard reindeer up on the roof. Oliver and Amanda opened their stockings. Oliver found a fire truck and a book and a magic set in his stocking. He shook it, but nothing else came out. Amanda found a paint set and a puzzle and a baby doll. This is Patsy Ann, she said. She is too little to do anything, but I will take care of her. Time for breakfast, said Mother. They had piles of Christmas pancakes. Amanda fed Patsy Ann from her plate. Oliver parked his fire truck next to his juice. If anything catches on fire, he said, I am ready. After breakfast, everyone put on Christmas clothes. How about some singing, said Grandmother. Father played the piano, and they all sang Christmas songs. Amanda rocked Patsy Ann in her arms. Oliver put out a fire under the piano. Then Father said, I can't wait a minute longer to find out what is in all those packages. Me neither, said Oliver. Father put on his Santa suit and handed out the packages. Everyone opened their gifts. Just what I wanted, said Mother to Amanda. A picture of you. Just what I needed, said Father to Oliver. A board with nails. It's to hang things up on, said Oliver. Thanks for the hats, said Oliver and Amanda to Grandmother. I knitted them myself, said Grandmother. Finally, only 2 packages were left under the Christmas tree. Both of them were big. My bike, said Amanda. My mighty midget motorcycle, said Oliver. They rode around and around until they were all tired out. Oliver, said Father, I am sorry that Santa did not bring you 22 toys. That's all right, said Oliver. I have enough. He parked his fire truck in his new parking garage. Then he and Amanda put on their new hats and went outside to play in the snow.